Today in our 2009 Toyota Matrix, we'll be having a look at our best hitch options. Alright, we have three hitches here today. On the top, we have a Curt Class II, part number C12221. In the middle, we have another Curt Class II, part number C12228. And on the bottom here, we have a Draw-Tite. It's a Class I, part number 24812. Alright, the first biggest difference that we found between our three hitches today is how they look once they're on the vehicle. As far as appearance goes, the Curt hitch here in the middle will be the most hidden underneath your vehicle. You won't see any of the frame of the hitch because it'll be hidden behind the fascia. The only part you'll see hanging down will actually be your receiver opening here with your safety chain loops. Our Curt hitch, however, at the top, and our Draw-Tite hitch at the bottom, because of the way that they're designed, you will see your frame of the hitch on both of these underneath the vehicle. It is far up towards the front of the vehicle though, so unless you're down on your knees looking underneath the vehicle, you won't really see it when you're standing up behind the vehicle, but it's just something to keep in mind. Okay, the next biggest difference that we found between our hitches is as far as weight capacity goes. Our Draw-Tite hitch here at the bottom is the only Class I hitch that we have here. It features a 200-pound max gross tongue weight rating and a 2,000-pound max gross trailer weight rating. Both of our Curt hitches here, however, are Class II hitches. They feature a 250-pound max gross tongue weight rating and a 2,500-pound max gross trailer weight rating. So they do support more weight, which makes them more useful for using for a bike rack or a cargo carrier than, say, the Draw-Tite hitch. The next biggest difference that we found between our hitches is as far as clearance goes. Our Curt hitch here in the middle will have the least amount of clearance around the fascia. However, it does offer us the most ground clearance between the bottom of the receiver and the ground. So if you have a steep driveway and you have to pull up into it, on these other two hitches here, you run the risk of potentially scraping the bottom of the receiver against the driveway. So that's something to keep in mind. The Curt hitch here, even though it has the least amount of clearance around the fascia, there's still an adequate amount of room in order to use it for a bike rack or a cargo carrier. If we have a look over here at the Matrix that we have today, we currently have the top Curt hitch installed on the vehicle, and you can see how much clearance that we have around our fascia. Our Draw-Tite hitch will be about the same with the clearance between the fascia and the hitch. Then they'll both have about the same amount of ground clearance here. Other Curt hitch will be tucked up higher, giving you more ground clearance underneath the vehicle, and also this part here won't be visible. It'll be tucked up behind the fascia. Another thing that we notice when it goes with the appearance of our hitches, as well as the towing of them, both of our Draw-Tite and our Curt hitch here in the middle, they have a tubular rolled steel design safety chain loop, whereas our Curt here at the top has an angular plate steel style, which would make it a little bit more difficult to hook in large diameter safety chains onto. With the round tubular design, you can clip in at any angle around it. With the plate, you can only clip in at the side. Now when it comes to recreational use, we found that both of our Curt hitches here require the use of a stabilization strap when we're using it for a non-trailer application, such as a bike rack or a cargo carrier, whereas our Draw-Tite hitch here does not. Now as far as similarities go, we found that all three of our hitches feature an 1.25" receiver opening. They all feature the industry standard 1/2" diameter hitch pin hole to secure your hitch mounted accessories. And they all attach to the vehicle using existing weld nuts already on the vehicle. There is no drilling or modification to the vehicle required. Some trim models, matrices, may require the need to trim the fascia a little bit for the receiver to fit in around it. The one that we had did not. Now for a brief summary. As far as appearance goes, we found that the Curt hitch in the middle has the best look underneath the vehicle because it is the most hidden. Now as far as weight capacity goes, we found both of the Curt hitches to be the clear winners here because they are both Class II hitches and feature the higher weight capacities, not only for the tongue weight rating, but for the max gross trailer weight rating. Now as far as clearance goes, I would say all three hitches are probably equal here depending on how you look at it. If you're looking for the most ground clearance, the Curt hitch in the middle is the clear winner. If you're looking for a hitch that has the most clearance for recreational use for using with a bike rack or a cargo carrier, the Curt hitch at the top or the Draw-Tite at the bottom will give you the most clearance around the fascia. Now, as far as recreational use goes, even though the Draw-Tite hitch has the least amount of tongue weight rating for using with a bike rack or a cargo carrier, I would say it's the winner here because you don't have to use the stabilization strap when you're using a bike rack or a cargo carrier on it. And that completes our look at the best hitch options for the Toyota Matrix. We hope you find this video helpful and informative in your hitch.
Thanks for watching. Click the link in our description below to shop, learn more, or visit us at etrailer.com. And leave us a comment if you have any questions.